Hello besties, welcome to another beautiful brand new day about Monday's video. I did not post on Monday because I have been dealing with a lot of mental stress and anxiety recently. I've been dealing with so much self-doubt, and I think I've mentioned it in a couple of videos, but I haven't really taken the time to acknowledge what I've been dealing with. I've been distracting myself with things that keep me busy. I literally feel like all of last week I was busy. I was like doing things, and I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing a lot, also including like social outings and things like that. All of that can just like take a lot of energy away from me, and so I think that's why towards the end of the week I was starting to just like all energy downhill. While that does work, it does get you to stop thinking about things. You also want to make sure you kind of understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling, because otherwise you're just gonna continue on with that same cycle. See, the difference with distractions is not knowing what's causing it and distracting yourself, but only like bottling it up until you blow up. And then there's understanding why you're feeling the way you're feeling and distracting yourself with things that bring you joy, with things that bring you comfort, maybe being proactive towards getting rid of what is causing this anxiety, or if it's something that's out of your control, it's doing those little things that bring you joy so that you're not constantly thinking about it, but you are aware of what it is that's causing it. Versus over here, you don't know, you're not acknowledging it, you're just distracting yourself, you're avoiding the problem. That's when you continue staying stuck in that cycle. And so what I wanted to do with this video is just kind of share some of the things that I like to do when I'm feeling this way. The first thing that I like to do is I like to force myself out of bed, because one thing I notice when I am feeling stressed, anxiety, full of self-doubt, I just want to lay in bed and crawl under the covers and never come out. And when I'm laying in bed, I can physically feel myself just like sinking into the bed and like losing more and more energy the longer I lay in bed. And so I just literally have to force myself out of bed, even though I don't want to. I have to force myself to get up, change into my workout gear, put on some good music, put on the lights, get into my zone, take my pre-workout and start working out, because I enjoy working out. And it's just literally, it's more of like the mind game of just getting from point A to point B that's the hardest part. That's what's gonna keep me stuck. It's that mental state. And so I have to force myself to get up out of bed, and then once I'm already working out, I'm enjoying it. I am distracted, I'm having a good time, I'm not thinking about the things that make me worry. But let's say I'm working out, I'm doing what I enjoy, but I still can't stop thinking about what it is that's bringing me this stress, what's bringing me this anxiety, what's giving me this self-doubt. I take a step back, I take a deep breath, and I know that sounds silly. A lot of people, whenever you say take a deep breath, they're like, that's so simple, that's not going to fix my problems. No, it's not going to fix your problems, but it's going to help you become present and focus on the task in front of you and tell yourself what you need to hear. So what works for me, what I do when I'm feeling this way, I'm telling myself, this is for you. Focus on this moment, because the only person that will benefit from this moment is you. Every other stress, every other worry that you have, you can always think about it later. But this moment right here, right now, this is for you. Because if I was to have just continued laying in bed, all I would have done is continue to stay in that state and in that state of mind where I was feeling negative. But when I just do something as simple as forcing myself out of bed, which I know isn't simple, but in the grand scheme of things, it is very simple. Just literally getting out of bed, so simple. But our mind makes us think it's like this really tedious job. And so it just takes a lot for us to literally just get from point A to point B. Just forcing yourself to have that little change from no longer being in your bed, it will already just make you feel so much better. And you just kind of have to continue trying. Doesn't matter how many times it takes you, maybe you get out of bed and you say, oh, I'm gonna work out, but then you don't end up working out. Well, listen, you still got out of bed. What's the next thing? Maybe instead of getting a workout in, maybe you can go for a walk. Open up those blinds, open up your windows. Maybe even just walk outside, hear the birds chirping. Workout complete. I ended up going for an hour and 52 minutes, and I burned 591 calories, which is a really great workout. So proud of myself for getting up and doing that. I'm feeling so much better today. Like, you the mental state I was in yesterday was just not me. So another little fun update. In last Friday's video, I deep cleaned my closet, I decluttered and got rid of a bunch of clothes, and I had some clothes that I had picked out to donate, and I did go and do that. As you guys saw on Friday's video, I have some clothes to donate, and I found some more that I had planned to donate, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put them all in this trash bag because I obviously don't want to donate my cute bin. This is all we're taking, so let's head over to the car.
What?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so it was a success. I was able to donate the clothes, and I was on my way inside to go and drop the clothes in, but very sweet man came outside, took it from me. That was very kind because I was struggling. And since I donated it, I had a whole container that was just available to use. So I organized my closet up a little bit, and then I ended up finding this little basket that I had hidden in my closet. As you know, I always had this one right here, which is where I would stack all of my workout equipment, and then I would lay all of my weights out like this here. But if you guys remember, I tripped over my weight last year, and so that's always scared me. And while it was out of the way, I kind of wanted to get something else so that these things could really be out of the way. So I'll put these in here, then these weights go over here, and then these other smaller ones I will just stack on top, and then look, nothing is on the floor ready for me to trip. So moving on to the second thing that helps me is what really helped me to get to the bottom of why I was feeling the way I was feeling, and it's going for a walk. Something that like gets me thinking, and for some reason like the motion of walking gets my brain thinking, and I'm able to resolve things. So going for a walk in the morning was just very enjoyable, first of all, because the weather was just so beautiful, and second of all, I was able to just really think things through before going on through the rest of my day. You know, normally I like to go walking in the afternoons, but then that means I won't really do my thinking process until the very end of the day. But I just wanted to go in the morning because I was feeling very anxious, and I was like, I kind of need to get out of my room. I need to get out of these four walls. So I went for a little walk, and it was exactly what I needed. So finding what causes that for you, you know, whether it's like going for a drive, hopping in the shower, going for a walk, going for a run, maybe working out does that for you. Whatever it is, you know yourself best. Do what you have to do. Go to where you need to go in order to do your best thinking so that you can hear yourself out and don't just like neglect your feelings. I decided to come for a walk in the morning because I've been feeling a little anxious, and walking just really gets me thinking so that I'm able to get to the root of why I am feeling anxious. And I know that my anxiety is being caused a little bit by pride and ego and just feeling like I'm going backwards in a sense. So as you guys know, I've been applying to jobs, but no one's called me back. I also haven't been over applying. Like I've applied to like about 6-7 places, but no one's called me back. And so that's kind of got me feeling a little like I'm not good enough for the feeling, which I know it's not true, but it's just the mind, man. The mind is so negative, and if you just really give into it, you'll spiral into that negative state. But I'm like reminding myself that I'm just applying. Like if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. There are plenty of other places. I've been very picky about where I've been applying because I want something specific, and I'm clearly not getting a call back. So I do need to work, sort of thing. And so I had to let my pride down and apply somewhere that isn't necessarily where I would want to be. It makes me feel like I'm going backwards in a sense, but I have to remember that sometimes you have to do what you don't want to do to get to where you want to be. And so I know what I gotta do. I gotta do it. So I'm gonna start doing it and try not to let the anxiety get the best of me, because one thing I've learned when it comes to anxiety is that there's no need to worry for something that you don't know how it's going to turn out. And so I gotta just keep myself present and trust that everything will work out. I don't know why, just like opening up really helps. Like I literally feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I think it's because like talking helps you navigate where your feelings are coming from, and just saying them out loud really helps. Also, can we talk about how normally when we think of feeling lost, we think it's because we don't know what we want to do with our lives. But I feel like feeling lost can also be knowing where you want to be but not knowing how to get there. And I feel like that's currently what I'm dealing with. Is like, I obviously know what I want to do, but I feel lost in a sense where like I don't know how to get there. But even though I feel this way, I'm still working towards it, and I'm figuring out along the way. And I know I'm gonna have a lot of mess ups. I know I'm gonna like feel inadequate most of the time, but I'm not gonna give up on it just because I'm feeling that way. And even sometimes you know where you want to be, but because of doubt, you question if that's where you want to be, if you're even like capable of getting there. Squeaky clean now. I'm feeling really good. I love taking a shower, especially when I am feeling anxious. That's another thing that helps me. I know it's very simple, it's like something you do all the time, but when I feel like I have a lot of mental fog, I kind of start to feel a little yucky, which if you get it, you get it, but if not, then it probably doesn't make sense. But just literally going and taking a shower just makes me feel clean. It makes me feel brand new, and so that really helps me. Second thing, which I'm about to go do right now, is make sure that I'm eating good. You know, one thing that happens to me when I am feeling anxious, I'm not eating good meals throughout the day. I'm just like snacking to carry my way through it. Also, snacking just brings me some sort of comfort. And so just making sure that I am feeding myself properly, having good meals, you know, whatever a good meal is to you. But for me, it's just, you know, a good home cooked meal. Change of plans. It looks like lunch isn't quite ready just yet. My mom is making us sopa de conchitas for lunch, and I'm excited because it's actually one of my favorites. Okay, so lunch is ready. I'm gonna take a quick break from what I'm doing here, and I'm gonna go eat some delicious food. Speaking of food, I actually tried more new food. Welcome to segment number 2 of a Picky Eater's Diaries. Today we are going to be trying sushi. I actually have already tried sushi. I tried salmon sushi. I do not like it. I don't like the texture of salmon. I don't think I would have minded the sushi itself. It's just the texture of the uncooked salmon was not it for me. But today we're going to be trying a different kind of sushi. So I'll bring you guys along for that one so you guys can get my reaction of it. Alright, let me show you guys today's outfit. As you guys know, I'm trying to get a little bit more ready now when I go out. So yeah, don't know if I'm overdressed, but it's okay. So first of all, I have this little glittery sparkly tank top underneath, and then over that I just have this black coat, which is a little cropped. So there's that. Very simple, but yeah, that's me trying. What kind of sushi are you getting, Brenda? So I can steal one. Because honestly, I probably won't like it. Because I already tried the salmon one. Oh, I'm gonna get gyozas. And do they have sticky rice with chicken? Like teriyaki or something?
Oh, you want the chicken katsu?
Basically.
Yeah, they have chicken katsu.
I'm gonna get that. And the gyozas we can share, obviously. I'm gonna try an octopus ball. Apparently. Oh, what if it falls? Can I just like stick my thing in there? I'm scared. Ugh. Okay. Ooh. Actually, it's not bad. It's the texture for me. That's not good. Okay, this is my Cinco de Mayo taste testing. And this is what? Sushi with tuna? Cooked tuna?
Spicy tuna, avocado, cream cheese, and a jalapeno.
Oh, pues. Why is it so hard to burger?
Why are you eating it from the side?
Because I don't really want the spicy mayo.
Or just use a fork.
Chicken katsu balls?
I did not know we had forks.
No, you got it with the chicken teriyaki, okay?
Okay, thank you. So that wasn't bad. It's not bad. It doesn't have flavor. That's one thing I noticed about sushi. It does not have flavor. I guess you have to dip it in something, right?
Yeah.
We are back from the restaurant, and here is my update. as a picky eater. Remember, this is called Picky Eater Diaries because I'm a picky eater. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the foods do not taste good. It just means this is my review as a picky eater. So I went to a sushi restaurant, tried sushi. Now this wasn't the first time I tried sushi. I actually tried sushi like a couple days ago, and it was salmon sushi. I didn't like it because I did not like the texture of the uncooked salmon. So yeah, that one wasn't for me. Then we tried this one. I think it has like spicy tuna or something in it. That one, I actually did not mind the texture of it at all. However, it does not have flavor. So I also didn't like that. And I'm not a sauce person. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. I'm a picky eater. Yeah, sushi and me, I just think we don't get along. I'm not a sushi person. We also, my sisters got, I'm gonna pop the name up here because I don't know what they're called because they ordered them, but they were octopus balls, or just like balls of octopus, like not octopus balls. Like, no, it was not for me. Taste wise, didn't taste like anything fishy, but the texture, it felt like I was eating something gooey. I still have war flashbacks to that texture. So no, that one is also not for me. But again, I'm a picky eater. I do not like it. My sisters are not picky eaters and they do like it. But then we also got some of my faves, which were gyozas. Love gyozas. They're so freaking good. Love them. That's my go-to. And then I also got a chicken teriyaki bowl with sticky rice. Also my go-to. So those were delicious. But as for the new things I tried, not a fan. But at least we tried them, and that's what matters, because that's what this new journey is about. It's about trying new things instead of just saying no automatically. And the last thing that I'm going to do is just put my phone away. It is currently 9:19. I go to bed about 11, though the last couple of days I've been knocking out around like 9 or 10 because I'm telling you guys, I was mentally drained and tired. But now that I'm just feeling so much better, I'm feeling so much more rested, I am not feeling tired. However, I don't want to be on my phone an hour before bed. As you guys know, that was something that I had decided that I wanted to do, and so I'm going to be reading a book. And this actually works out perfectly because you guys know one of my goals for my year 26th of life is to read 12 books before the age of 27, which in the grand scheme of things, 12 books isn't a lot if you're a reader, but for me who is not a reader and I'm trying to become a reader, 12 books is a real challenge. So here I am getting started. This is going to be book number 1 for the month of November. It is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I'm very, very late to this. I've been wanting to read it ever since it came out, and I just could not get my hands on it, but my sister gave it to me for my birthday. I am so excited to finally be able to read what Jeanette McCurdy had to say. This book is just her taking back her power, and I want to give her voice that chance to be heard. And so I'm hearing it. I want to see what she has to say. Honestly, sometimes people probably don't relate exactly to your story, but maybe they can take something away from that story. So just her telling it, I'm sure has helped so many people, and I'm just excited to see her take back her power. Okay, so I'm going to hit pause on this here. I only got to chapter 3. From what I literally just read, I just know I'm not going to be able to put this book down. The way Jeanette McCurdy writes, beautiful, beautifully written. Like, she is painting a picture in my head the entire time. Like, it's like she's reading it to me. Also, you know what? I heard a small snippet of her read chapter 1 for an audiobook, and I think because I heard that, I can hear her voice reading the book to me. It's insane though, like the way she writes it. I'm not gonna be able to put this book down. However, I do have to force myself to put my book down for a bit here, because before bed I do want to review our podcast episode, which by the time you guys see this, it's already up on Wednesday. I'll link it down below if you guys want to check it out. I'm going to just review it. If I have any notes, send it to Nyla. And then also while I'm doing that, my clothes are out of the dryer, so I'm going to be doing a little bit multitasking here and listening and folding my clothes. And then I will go to bed, which is good because I'm starting to feel a little tired. I'm a grandma. It's only 10 and I'm like ready to knock out.